I'm just devastated. I can't believe this. This was so productive. So I put up a spot over here, I had a spot over here. I mean, we were gonna like hunt this first thing. There's a nice buck, we had our eyes on it, there's a couple of them. And now they're all dead.
So in that short period from late August to early October, the whitetail herd went.
It sucked.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that, so I was dumbfounded, to tell you the truth.
These are all the sheds that I found during the spring in one particular area. I thought for sure the hunting season was gonna be great. It was almost guaranteed that it was gonna be good. But nope. The month before a greatly anticipated deer season, 2020 struck again, and an EHD outbreak devastated the deer herd here in the Hudson Valley of New York. With plans already in motion, my brother and my buddy Johnny came to join me for the first week of archery season. And if the EHD outbreak wasn't bad enough, bad luck just seemed to follow us at every sit. These are the cursed hunts of 2020. Before we jump into things, environmental educator Aaron Culata will now explain what EHD is.
So you're running? All right. My name is Aaron Culata. I'm an environmental educator at Black Rock Forest in Cornwall, New York. We're a 4,000-acre nonprofit that specializes in research and education that advances the scientific understanding of the natural world. And I also help out with the deer management program here as well. So EHD, it's formally called epizootic hemorrhagic disease. It is a disease that is transmitted by biting midge or the family Culicoides. And what happens is a deer is then bitten by the midge who carries the virus. The deer becomes infected, and then usually 5 to 7 days later, that deer will start to exhibit signs of contracting the virus, which include fever, tongue hanging out, foaming at the mouth, drooping of the head, and it ultimately begins to overheat, which then goes to water, and that's usually where people find the deer in either very rough shape or deceased. So EHD is found pretty much throughout the United States. In New York as a whole is a pretty new concept. A lot of people haven't heard about it until 2020, and a lot of people have never really heard about it, especially happening here in the Hudson Valley. And EHD has been around for a really long time. Hemorrhagic disease in general has been around since the 1890s, but has really started to become documented as you get into the later 1900s. But more specifically in New York, we didn't start to see cases until 2011 and maybe a few years prior, but those were in smaller numbers. So it's relatively new here in the Hudson Valley, and that's probably why most people haven't heard of it.
I first got the indication that something was wrong when I found a dead buck not far from my tree stands, and it just didn't look right. And then other reports of dead deer just started pouring in from neighboring towns and neighborhoods. But I just like, how could this be? This season was looking so good. My anticipation started way back in the spring when I found hordes of antlers and sheds. And then I set up a mock scrape and licking branch, and just tons of deer were using that. Good hunting just seemed to be a sure thing. A few days before Johnny and Nelson were scheduled to come, I went and checked my trail cameras just to assess how bad the EHD damage really was. They're all dead. They are all dead because of a little bug. 2020 EHD. Your deer are dead. God damn it. I have not got a single deer coming to this licking branch within 2 weeks. There's nothing here. There's not a footprint. There's no deer turds. Johnny and Nelson are scheduled to come here in a couple days. Today's Saturday. They're going to come here Wednesday night. Okay, so interesting development. I came to my other trail camera thinking there would be nothing on it. And in fact, there is a nice buck. I think there's 2 bucks that came in here. Oh boy, what a glimmer of hope. I was just about to jump off a cliff, a tall one. It's 2020, don't get your hopes up. Oh, what a dilemma. Is this deer worth hunting? No. That is the question. Gonna have to mull that one over. Since so much prep work had already been done, we made the call to go ahead and just hunt anyways, and at the very least, have fun hanging out. I don't like this stand. You gonna film me fall? Damn, dude.
Actually, I was kind of pissed that you made me hike that mountain, to tell you the truth.
He's filming our pain. Billy goats. Fucking boulder field.